weather front and it's one big like turning back into the Tamboti Dam area.
Okay, copy that, thank you. Hi there, Laurie. Laurie's just saying, going into winter, the animals have thick coats. Does it get cold here in winter? Do the animals do the same thing? Well, Laurie, certainly not as substantial as. It doesn't get as cold as what. I'm not sure where. BC, where it is that you come from. But if it snows where you come from, it doesn't get as cold like that. We get temperatures down to about 2 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cold. And animals don't shed as much, or don't shed quite like some of the creatures there in the US do. Coats do get slightly thicker, but not nearly like what some of the American animals do. Like, for instance, we were talking about the bison or the American buffalo yesterday, and have seen those bison get that thick fur coat. And apparently, I was actually watching a program a couple of days ago, and how the fur is actually considered to be even more precious, so we say, than what is it? Cashmere, apparently. And they harvest the fur by just plucking them off when they start shedding. And if I look at that, our animals don't do that. Yeah, not nearly like that. Then again, it doesn't snow here, so our animals wouldn't need that. And apparently, the fur or the snow does not melt when on the bison's fur. That's pretty good insulation, if you ask me. Lots of hyena tracks here in Wolver Road this morning. Lots and lots of hyena tracks. Apparently those lion tracks then head up towards Tamboti Dam, Long Pole, up, which is apparently just north of Tamboti Dam at Buffelshoek. Guys are having a good look around. Looks like there's some Kurumas made their way through this area last night. Okay. Oh. Ah. Sorry, British Columbia and Canada, that's what BC stands for. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's, I know that Canadians, what is it? Canadians don't like to be associated with Americans. Okay. I'll have to take your word for it. Just gonna go a bit further up Buffelshoek cut line, just to the west. So you can see from the west, you can see down onto the dam a little bit. Tambuti Dam, just off the cut line here to the north. Do a bit of a turnaround here. What is this whole feud between Canadians and Americans? No, you know, very close to each other, but there's still, is there a massive feud? What is it?
One of them can be anymore.
Looks like anything at Tambuti Dam. They'll continue towards Buffelshoek Dam.
Yeah, on this of the way. So the office when not calling up.
Okay. Nothing's been found yet. All just tracks this morning. Loads and loads of tracks. Except our buffalo at the dam. Look, there's the lion track.
If you can go coming from just one side, it is starting.
Yeah, lines across there. Wow, look at all that mist in the east. Wow. Just if I'm looking straight on the cut line here, looking straight east. Wow, look at that. That's quite beautiful. Gonna probably break up a signal for a bit just as we go into the dip here on Philemon's Katla and Gari Katlan junction, but we'll get signal back pretty quickly after. Guys are driving around quite a bit, not too far from us here, in circles, trying to cover the area as much as possible. See if we can find something to keep us occupied. Keep an eye out for some hyenas around here. We had Floppy here yesterday afternoon, wallowing in the water at Buffelshoek Dam, and then she headed straight west into this block here towards Hyena Road. Yeah, look at this area. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. With all the moisture in the air and the dew, there is all the spider webs are just standing out, especially with the sun hitting them now. Tons and tons of spider webs. Each tree has got 5 or 6 different webs all over it, so it's not even covered completely. Black-backed jackal, nah. And it's walking straight past the sternbuck. Well spotted, yeah? Oh, he's running though. Black-backed jackal just on the fire break. He's running. There's no way he's going to keep up with that. Look at him. He's hightailing it. Oh no. We're not going to be able to get him. Yeah. See if we can try get him, folks. It's a black-backed jackal running along with us here, parallel on the fire break, and he's running through this burnt area. Last time we saw the black-backed jackal was at the lion kill. Yeah, I see you, my friend. I see you. So we just try to keep an eye on him. Yeah, go ahead. Not Makula, was Mapupa, just to the north of Gari Dam. You probably get the visual from Hoover Road.
Okay, coming. Oh yeah, because we forgot that.
Okay, copy that. I've just located one Mangawan down Buffles of Cutler. Currently the tracks now head towards... It's weird, the tracks go north, south, east and west of those lines. Looks like this jackal might come through this gap here. Oh, where's he going? He's changing direction now. Looks like those lions might be close to those buffalo, apparently Ephraim say. Where's that jackal going? Hoping it's going to come down here. Okay, I see him there. Where are you at? Come on, Mr. Jackal. He's just through this gap here, and he's walking across, coming. Oh man, where are you going? No, he's going across now. Okay. Well, thanks everyone. Apparently there's no feud or anything between Canadians and Americans. Okay, there it is. Where are you going, my friend? Where are you going? Yeah, he's giving us a run. Run here, this black-backed jackal. We're just trying to get a visual of him. Okay, let's hope he comes down. And now he's going back again. Oh goodness, Mr. Jackal. I'm gonna wait for him to see where he's gonna go. Moving back across, up again. Well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I wonder how close those Nkuhumas are to those buffalo we saw. I can't see the jackal anymore. Can you see it? It's a bit higher. Folks, this jackal doesn't want to stick around for us, so we're not going to be able to catch a glimpse, but he's up and down, running through this area. As soon as we try and reverse to go back, he changes direction, and now he's going, there he is. And he's running back east. Does the jackal know something that we don't? Is there a kill around? That's why he's hanging around? He's going across now. No, it's gonna go back. Yeah, I don't think we'll get a visual of this guy. He is not used to vehicles at all. He's trying to avoid us completely. Look at that. I don't know if you can try and get that cat. Look how many spider webs there are. Wow. Just look at that. There are thousands here. Literally thousands. Within these trees and shrubs. Look at all of them.
Yeah, I think I can get it. Yeah, first away, like, even though we come to now, we forgot the far break. We from Kabuchi. And those conductors is coming from the south, they're heading north.
Sure. Apparently those lions came towards Gowrie Dam last night. So I'm wondering if those guinea fowls... Huh. Interesting. Interesting. And no one heard any or saw anything about lions last night, eh? Around Gowrie Dam. The two males apparently walking straight past. How about all those spider webs? How beautiful is that, eh? All of them just along this edge here. Wow, thousands. Guys still believe that the lions are around there somewhere in the bush. Those buffalo look very relaxed and chilled. There's no wind to speak of, so unless the wind picks up and heads into the buffalo's direction, those buffaloes won't have any idea if lions are there. Okay, just coming up to Buffelshoek Dam. said we'll have a look at the hippos here. For the dominant bull hippo, to have a look and see if he's got the notch out. Apparently Claire yesterday said that that was Hamga here at the dam, and not the one at Treehouse Dam. I'm going to confirm. Yeah, on that side, so we're going to go around on the other side. Alrighty, let's have a look here. And it says right ear, hey? We need to look at his right ear. We need them to expose themselves a little bit so we can see them. We'll have a look around the dam while we wait for these hippos. Okay, there's a little one. Looks like another relatively quiet day out here today. A lot of movement on the surface of the water. Okay, what's that one? Come on, Mr. Hippo, you need to turn to us. Come on, I need to see your right side. Looks like I've got the territorial bull here in sight, but I cannot see his right ear. And he keeps on going down. Pied kingfisher looking to catch some of these platanas or African clawed frogs. Okay, nothing on that. No, it's a female. Her ears are intact. You can hear the grey-headed bushrack in the back. Okay, seeing both those hippos. Both hippos' ears are round. Another one. No cuts in any ears here yet. Negative. Clear if you're watching. I hope you're watching. No sign of humgo here. There's no hippo with nicked ears at all here. I've seen 3 adults here. A youngster. Now there was a hippo just to the further to the left. I'm looking there, it looks like a bull. See, the oxpeck is sitting on the head of the hippo. How they drink water. The hippo doesn't have to tolerate them though, because they don't possess the ticks quite as much as what the other creatures do. And so the oxpeckers are just there, opportunistic to grab some water. Little dab chick swimming around on the surface. I'm always hopeful around Buffelshoek Dam. I know that, you know, we've had such great sightings around here, and whenever it is quiet I just want to sit, and I could sit here for hours just waiting, because there's got to be something coming to the dam at some stage. But the question is, when is it? We just need to see one more hippo. We just need to see his ears. He's just off to the left. He's sort of separated himself from the rest of the group here. And possibly could be another territorial bull. A dam this size, definitely possible to have more than one territorial male. Especially in tough times, I've seen territorial bulls have territories in the water that are tiny, that are literally 20-30 square meters of water banks and bank space. That's it. So a dam this size, and certainly with the water receding and levels going down, it's possible that there can be more than one territorial male in the dam. Ooh, what's that? It's a duiker. Sure, thought that was a leopard. Just saw a duiker bobbing and weaving through the trees on the other side. and I thought, wow, there looks like a leopard there running, chasing something. Sure, I got excited there for a second. Alright, well, doesn't seem like there's... Doesn't seem to be too much coming down just yet. Alrighty, shall we continue on? We're going to take Guaripan Road and go around. So no nicked ears here. Didn't get to see the other one, but for the main group here, all ears are intact. Track conversations on the radio this morning. Apparently they're saying one mapimpan ingwe, so one mapimpan means a young leopard. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female, but a young leopard is in Torchwood. Just to remind you all that we are coming to you live from the Sabi Sands, South Africa. You're watching Safari TV. My name is Jared, with Catherine on camera this morning, permanent final control. And if you have any questions for us, you can send them through to finalcontrol@safari.tv as we drive around the African bush. Heading down Guaripan Road, we're going to go all the way across until Pipeline, Cheetah Cut Line, head south, go have a look at Twin Dams. We hope those lions are found. We might head into that area a little bit later, towards the end of drive, give one more last look around the dam, see what's happening there. noticed that all the mist is now gone. It's just a bit of low cloud I can see just in the south. Hello, Pamela. And a very interesting question, Pamela. I was just asking what attributes to the Sabi Sands amount of leopards, high amount of leopards? Well, it's not that there is a massive amount of leopard that compared to anywhere else. They are pretty good numbers. But also, if you look at how the Sabi Sands is made up of, and the road network and the amount of vehicles that occur within the Sabi Sands. So if you look at, let's say, 65,000 hectares, looking at, we tried to work this out the other day, probably looking at between 75 and 100 leopard. And it's not an exceedingly amount, but if you take as to how many vehicles are driving around, how many kilometers of roads that there are in the area, that with the amount of vehicles driving around on these roads, the chances that leopards are found and habituated quickly is, the amount of roads are huge, and the amount of vehicles driving through these areas are also quite high, so the percentage chance of finding a leopard is very high. If you look at the Kruger National Park, there's nowhere near as many roads per meter square, if we have to take it, compared to here. If you had to put in as many roads in the Kruger Park as what there are, obviously per size, in the Kruger National Park, you would see just as much animals and just as much leopard and what have you. But and because the Kruger Park being much larger, territories they are much bigger. But certainly, not to say that there are not a lot of leopard, there are quite a few. Also, one thing that attributes to the leopard sightings here is the previous, or shall we say, the pioneers of the Sabi Sands, and how they habituated the leopards and what have you in these areas. So if you look at the families that took over these areas in the beginning, so the initial families that started the Sabi Sands, looking at the Vatis, the Bales, and the Rattrays, three main families that started out in the Sabi Sands. And it was their methods and how they basically got the animals to habituate so very early on. So it's not just one account that there are a lot of leopards, but it's due to many different factors. hello Vicky. Vicky's just asking why we don't drive Aubrey's Road, Sandy Patch, Impala Plains Road more often. Well, Vicky, because the signal is not very good in those areas. We get to Impala Plains, and then after that, the signal is down for quite a while and very patchy. So we're just trying to avoid those areas due to poor signal area. Aubrey's Road, just because it's very close to Sandy Patch, and although the signal's fine, and nothing has really been spotted there ever. The other guys do drive there though. We just don't stick around very much in those areas. So it's all just because they are very poor signal areas, and we'd rather stay in areas that you get good quality signal. Those are the very far reaches of our signal to the west. Impala Plains is about as far west as we can go where we get signal. Anything further west of that, they found the lions. Well done, Ephraim. Copy that, F. I'll see if I can make my way there. Well done. 20 meters off from Vubu Road. They must have moved. Because we looked very hard. Fantastic. The Kahuma males have been found. They're just off from Vubu Road, so they must have been moving through the area by the sounds of all their tracks. They were seriously moving around quite a bit. We'll take Central Road. Go straight on Central Road all the way back. Nice.
How many moments are you inside? Yeah, I think I can do 3 more than enough. Yeah, and where do you look to learn to eat? You know where he was having that place for the Yaki there, up in the Marulet near there. He moved. Then time he moved to the east of it, he came back again, passed by, the wind. Maybe going down to cold through the tire somewhere there. But yeah, it's still the block there, still the over.
Fantastic. Yes, we'll have something. It'll be great. And we... Hello Sabrina. Sabrina asking, there are far less animals this time compared to last year this time. And is it, in this case, does it happen that animals may vary drastically? Sabrina, it's not that it's drastic. Due to climatic changes, things do change. You know, animal sightings do change from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. And often with the climate changes and what have you, sometimes possibly a lot of other non-territorial species are staying in areas that maybe there's more food source somewhere else. But I've never seen such a drastic change that you could definitely make a sort of a notice like, wow, we haven't seen anything compared to last year. And although I wasn't here last year this time, I can't believe that it would be so drastic that you would notice that there's a definite drop. Certainly animal numbers have not dropped drastically. Possibly just it's a timing thing. Just a timing thing, and possibly due to the late rains up maybe somewhere else, that a lot of the other plains animals are staying somewhere else, but certainly not a drastic change. Thanks, Penny. Penny just updating about the leopard population. Penny saying there's the highest density of leopard in the world. On that, it's in the Kruger Park on the Sabi River, between the road between Skakuza, which is the main, the main hub, the main camp of the Kruger National Park, where most things started around that area. Towards the south and southeast, towards a camp called Lower Sabi. Occurs on a lot of river frontage. It's a lot of thick bush, a lot of river frontage, and that's the highest density of leopard, saying one leopard to every 3 to 4 kilometers. That's pretty big. That's quite amazing, and that's been researched. Thanks, Penny. We're not far from the Sabi and the Sand River here. Probably looking at about 40 kilometers, 30-40 k's. We're not far from that, and then of course the whole Sabi Sands, an offshoot of that. So yeah, this area is pretty high density, but as I said, the Kruger Park, difficult to get any roads in some of those thick areas, and it's only due to research that they were able to find this out. Thanks, Penny. I saw my biggest male leopard on that road just outside Skakuza, actually just north of Skakuza, on that tar road, just as you cross over the Sand River. You go over the Sabi River Bridge just at Skakuza, you go a bit further north, you go over the Sand River Bridge, the low-lying bridge, and then just on that stretch where you run along the Sand River for a bit, and saw the biggest male leopard I've ever seen in my life. He was huge, and he had a massive dewlap. Dewlap, of course, meaning that flap of skin on the neck. Huge flap. Almost looked like went straight from his chin to his chest. Usually you get this little flap of skin that comes just joining on the throat like this, but this dewlap was massive. Man, it was huge. And it was weird because we were driving along, and I was driving along, I was coming back from leave, and this leopard just crossed in front of me. Another car went past me, leopard crossed behind him in front of us. The other guy didn't get to see it, and that was a matter of a second or two, and he didn't get to see it. Almost as if the leopard said, right, I'm just going to wait for this car to go by and cross the road. It was pretty, that was quite amazing, that leopard. The sightings I've had up there are quite spectacular. I've had wild dog, seen cheetah, leopard, lion, black rhino, white rhino, loads of buffalo, loads of elephant. I've been very successful on that road. I've seen 2 leopards on that road before, straight after each other. Right, folks, we are making our way to the Kahuma males that have been spotted on Hooper Road. Unless they were lying flat when we went past. Who knows? We are nearly there. Hello, Michael, from Bavaria. Wow. Michael's just asking as to when the migrating bird species arrive here from Europe. We should start getting a couple of them in the next month or so, Michael. Hopefully the European roller should start coming. Yeah, I'd say within the next month or so we should start hearing a few bird calls. Cuckoos start coming back. Bee eaters. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. And that's one thing about summer that absolutely amazes me is, I mean, out of the 500 or so odd bird species that we do get here within the greater Kruger area, 220 of them are migratory. 220. So you can imagine from pretty good bird viewing all through the year, but when summer comes, man, it's just this array of colors, sounds. The cuckoos in particular are very vocal. You get quite a few. Also the kingfishers, the woodland kingfisher comes back and calls a lot. That chup chur, chup chur. Love the cuckoo calls. The Piet Mayflow. The red-chested cuckoo. Get the black cuckoo where he says I'm so sad. That's the black cuckoo. Get the Jacobin cuckoo, which I cannot simulate his call. Get the classes cuckoo, and he goes, he's saying Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. And the way I remember, because Mikey in the Afrikaans language means friend, your friend. And the class, I always remember that in class I had a lot of friends. So the classes cuckoo, he always says Mikey, friend, friend. And then, of course, the most prominent call that we get out of cuckoos, the Diderik. The Diderik's cuckoo, also one of the more beautiful of them. Got an emerald green color on the wing body. And he just calls incessantly all through the summer. Do you remember how his call goes? There we go, he also calls in them. He says his name, but he has a bit of a stutter in the beginning saying, dear Dietrich's cuckoo. Dear Dietrich's cuckoo. Yeah, so the cuckoos are out and about. Ephraim, I'm just coming onto Mbuga Road now from Central. I'll be with you shortly. We might have another buffalo kill in the next day or so, hey? With those buffaloes here at the dam. Pumas might wait till night. See if they can try their luck. Looks like the buffalo moved. Hello Donna. Donna, apparently your computer just went down as I was talking about the huge leopard that I saw just outside Skukuza in the Kruger National Park. Yeah, it was just explaining how big he was with a massive dewlap, and just saying how that area outside Skukuza, the hub of the Kruger Park, is the highest density of leopard in the world. That was the biggest leopard I've ever seen in that area, and how just generally the most amazing sightings that I've had in that area. Dragging a branch here. Oh man, come on. No, I don't want you to. Just get it. Bit of sickle bush, or what we like to call them as Land Rover Popvelia. Ephraim, go. Ephraim coming. Yeah, if I'm on a Booger Road, I don't have any vessel of you. Confirm, how far are you from the fire break? Yeah, that's affirmative.
Yeah, coming north, contact opening for out ready.
Okay, copy that. Forbes, confirm, how far are you to fire break? Okay, copy, thanks. So move it. Deb Weston. Hi there, Deb. And Deb would just like to know as to what the Narina Trogon sounds like. I actually don't know, Deb. I've seen a Nariga Trogon once, so I have no idea. And there's a lioness with them. One, two, three, four, 5 lions. This is crazy. Just gotta stop here, folks. Lions are not very relaxed with us. We've got 2 of the males that we saw at the kill, and then there are 3 females, so we've got 5 in Kahumas here at the moment. Possibly the females that were on the buffalo kill up in the north and have slowly made their way down. Looks like the injured male is still staying off his leg. This is fantastic, 5 lions. No wonder we didn't get to see them. They're lying flat. From the road you can't really see them very well, unless they moved across after we came up here. Males are performing the phlegm and grimace. That female, the lioness, just urinated, and both the males are picking up the scent. See how they show their teeth. This is not a growl or an aggressive look. This is just a part of picking up scent particles to see if she's, or her readiness in mating. The phlegm and grimace. Oh, male wants to mate. This is obviously just not a conceiving, but often showing dominance. Male lion will come up behind the female and do this as a sign of dominance. It's amazing, these cats are flat and you just cannot see anything. So we've got 5 in Kahumas, and they are lying about 40 meters off-road to the east of Mvuba Road. See if we can get a better look at them. Obviously the direction we're looking now is into the sun, not very easy, so once the Aubrey moves out, we'll move position. I don't want to be starting up the vehicle while another one is moving around. Okay, let's see if we can move in. Aubrey's moving out, it's just us in the sighting. Watching this one male relax. It's the same one with the injured foot that you have to earn his trust in the sighting. And eventually, the other day on the kill, we eventually got quite close to him. We just had to spend a bit of time. So I'll just let him relax again and then we'll move forward into position. I just don't want to be putting too much pressure on him. So we'll let him sit down. The other females are lying just behind him. So we'll just move a little bit forward and get a good view of, see if we can try and get a view of all of them. Seems like it's just him really that's, there we go. Alright. It's just him that's is not as comfortable with vehicles and all the others. Maybe it's due to the fact that he is injured that he doesn't like the confrontation. Here we go. There's the other male, beautiful with the lioness behind him, and they're looking in such pristine condition at the moment. Oh, they've just fed on a buffalo. I don't know, I didn't hear that these males had joined up with the females at the buffalo kill. So we have 5 lions. Wow, I was really hoping to see lions at some stage. And here we go. This is the most Nkuhumas I've seen together. Usually you see sort of 1 female or 2 females. We saw the 2 males. And here there are 5. And apparently Snaggletooth, which is a part of the Nkuhumas, she's not here. I've seen all the females here. Don't see one that's got her teeth sticking out of her jaw, out of the lip. It's also not very easy to try and get in here with the amount of pushed over trees and what have you. It does make life difficult when trying to move in the sighting. And the flies are starting. As soon as the heat starts coming up, the flies start moving in big time. It's amazing that these are different lions to what we saw, as in that the aggression we were seeing, and of course with the Styx pride, there's going to be huge aggression. I wouldn't mess with Nkuhumas. Yo, come on, flies. Got the third vehicle moving in. Looks like from Jacobin up in Buffelshoek. Look, I think we'll probably end up being here for quite some time, folks. We'll stay with them for a while. It looks like they are settling down for the morning. Could be that they're here all day, and with the temperatures starting to get a bit higher now, they might need to find a bit more shade than what could be available here. Although there's a decent sized marula just behind us, and with buffaloes not too far to our south, they could very well head towards the dam at some stage, although it looks like they came from the dam last night. The rest of Western Gowrie is relatively quiet. These lions don't look as generally relaxed as what we're used to within the Styx and the rest of the others. They keep on shifting. I mean, there's 3 vehicles and we're quite far spread apart, and we're quite far from them. And these lions seem to, when the third vehicle pulled in, seem to get up and move and put a bit of distance in between them. Just to remind you folks that we are coming to you live from the Sabi Sands in South Africa. We'll be talking about the Sabi Sands this morning with leopards and all sorts. And yeah, watching Safari TV. My name is Jared, with Catherine on camera and Herman in final control. And we're sitting with 5 members of the Kahuma Pride, just north of Gowrie Dam. This is fantastic. Spent a lot of the morning tracking this lion pride all over Western Gowrie into Buffelshoek, and eventually were found just off of Wubba Road. We've got 5 members of the Kahuma Pride relaxing, and it's great to see them after about a week since they were last seen on the buffalo kill. Okay. Sure. Hi there, Mike.
Yeah, I'd love to come there, but once you give me space, I'll come present.
Let's listen to radio. Mike, yeah, lions generally, being pride animals, will hunt more successfully as a group. The previous buffalo kill we saw was the 2 males that took the buffalo down here on Weaver's Nest. So it wasn't the whole group. Generally, the lionesses do hunt more so than the males, but it's not to say that the males don't kill at all. It's just because the males end up walking along the boundaries to the territory more so than anything else. And it just so happens that a pride of this size, of about 5 or 6 animals, they would need to consume an animal the size of a buffalo every 4 days or so. They can go longer without food, but with 3 decent sized females and 2 big males, well, growing males still, they would need food quite regularly, or good intake of food quite regularly. And it just so happens that they seem to take buffalo down quite a bit. Not sure who brought the buffalo down up in the north, possibly the females of the Kahumas. So it looks like they split and killed 2 buffaloes as 2 separate groups, but often as prides they need to, in order to bring them down, they need to work together. And yeah, it's not like you'll never get them killing on their own. It's just very seldom that you'll see a lion on their own. The only real time that this does occur is often when a lioness is pregnant. She leaves or just about to give birth. She leaves the group, the pride, and she goes to find a den site. And then for the first month after the cubs are born, she's got to feed herself, and along with the cubs. So that's when she'll hunt on her own. She can't take anything big down. Of course, being on her own, she can take things like antelope, impala, smaller antelope as well. A buffalo for 1 lioness. Whew, that's a big ask. That's a very big ask. Andrew trying to make his way through this area, very difficult without going over any sort of tree stump or dry bit of branches, without disturbing these lions. It's very difficult. It's not easy just to drive off-road. You've got to do it very slowly. You've got to watch out for holes, you've got to watch for low-lying branches, you've got to watch for potential punctures in your tires, you've got to wait for, there's so many things to going off-road. Where is he going? Got to think about the animals. Got a lot to think about. See where he's off to. Vehicle broken down. This male wants to mate. Yeah, he's seriously looking to mate, this guy. Come on, flies. Bless you. I know these lions don't seem to be wanting to hang around very much, and they're looking like they want to head into a north-easterly direction. We're not far from the fire break. They might cross over. We'll try and stick with them as much as we can. Just want to wait to see where these lionesses eventually settle down, and then we'll move. Because if we start following behind, we may just end up pushing them, so we'll just stay here for now. Unless they just end up going. Looks like all these lionesses are getting up now. Where are they off to? Now, if 3 stations with the 5 and Kahumas, looks like they just wanting to get up and mobile in a northeasterly direction. I'll stay with them and follow for a while. That's affirmative.
I think I will be trying this afternoon. Yeah, I'm getting here to boss.
We're going to have to try and follow these lions, folks. Alright. Looks like they're on the move. Okay, just stand by. I'm going to try and get to this area. Yeah, it's a big line in essence. Okay. Hello, Leanne. Leanne's asking if these two male lions could be brothers. It is possible. It is possible. They are of different age, though. But they could just be from different litters. But they could very well possibly be brothers. Coalitions of male lions are generally related males, whether they are cousins or brothers. Because within a pride of lions, you get females that may come into estrus at the same time and get covered. So you'll have 2 or 3 females that have cubs at very close intervals with each other. So it's very possible that these males could either be brothers or cousins. It's getting hot now. Yeah, so they've spread out a bit. I can still see the other male further back with a female. Got a female just here in shot, another female lying down to our front right, and then the injured male a bit further on. We've got all lions accounted for. The belly does look a little bit full, nothing too serious. Yeah, I've got a visual of one mover going south on Bulbul Road. Abel, if that's you, you just need to come straight to the east. What do you need to do here? it's difficult. We're in such a position that this lioness has moved into position. Got the big guy coming right up to us here in front of the vehicle. Here comes the other female. This male doesn't seem to be perturbed by any vehicle or anything human. He just goes about his business. Lionesses are a little bit more apprehensive, as well as the older male. Let me see if I can. Sure, it's not easy to get through here. Perhaps wait to see what this lioness does. She's getting up. She doesn't like the vehicles very much. The male is sitting there. I have to just wait to see if should we go around and have a look? See the lionesses, they are moving a bit more north. Just want to wait for Ava to stop moving and we'll go. Other lioness is going to join them. These lionesses seem to be leading away from the males. The males are just followers at the moment. These lionesses have something else in mind. Let's move forward. I'm going to try and stick with these males. This male looks like he's going to want to follow. Just trying to see what it is that they are so adamant in looking at. Females are about 80 meters in front of these males, or this male here, and these females are still walking. Okay, let's see if we can get them. Not going to be easy, but we'll try. Hi Cami. Cami, I don't normally post photos of lion or of any animals when I'm out on drive. These are just, I'm not the photographer here. Catherine is the photographer. So I don't normally post any photos. Oh, Nathan was so lucky. Very lucky Dayco to get away. Yeah. I don't post any photos. When it comes to Facebook and all of those things, I don't know much on how to do that kind of stuff. And I'm not nearly a good photographer as what Catherine is. Okay, we're coming up to the fire break. Gas stations, the Nkuhuma Bungalows are crossing north over the fire break. We'll continue to follow as we can. We might only have them for the next 5 minutes or so. Close to Buffelshoek cut line, they're probably going to cross straight through. Lioness is already crossing Buffelshoek cut line now. We're not going to be able to follow from there. Male is sticking around. I'm sure the other male will be coming through shortly. But yeah, the 5 Nkuhumas on the property for the night and this morning, and are now leaving to head up north. We are not too far from Tamboti Dam. Might head that way, rest up towards the edge there for a bit this morning and for the rest of the day. Yeah, these lioness are to try and get ahead. think this male keeps on looking back towards where the other male is, possibly saying, you need to join up, you better stick with us, my friend, or my brother, or my cousin, or whichever it may be. Quite north over the cut line, then to the east of Tamboti Dam. One of the males will be following shortly. Here comes the other male now. Just wait to see the other male just behind this one. There they come. Wish I could have stuck around for more of it this morning. I wish they would come and hunt some buffalo on Western Gowrie. It's always a pleasure having them with us. And here comes the other male, limping along. It's good that he's able to keep up with them. And he seems to have been doing well to stay with the rest of the pride. And I mean, they could keep on moving. The lioness don't seem to be too bothered about him, the injured male. It's this other male that keeps on looking and waiting behind for him. And here comes the other male. Here's the last one, he'll be crossing shortly. I'm sure they're going to go stay at Tamboti Dam. That swelling has come down a bit on that male, on that back leg of his. So it looks like it is getting a bit better. Well, that was in Kahumas, folks. About 40 minutes spent with them. And lost visual. I've lost visual. We've got lots of buffalo this side. Come on. Come outside. There's lots of buffalo. We'll see if we'll get to the top of the road where we were this morning, looking over Tamboti Dam, to see if they come down on the bank on the eastern side. They certainly are heading straight in that direction. got a view of the dam from the road here. Yeah. Don't see any movement just yet. They might end up sitting in the shade on the edge, waiting for an unsuspecting prey species to come down. No sign of the lions.
I see them, but they're about 20 meters back from the dam and they're walking.
Behind the dam to the east?
Yeah, like 20 meters behind the dam and they're still walking.
In that open clearing there? In that open area?
Just in front of them.
Okay. Who's that from? Hello, Deborah. Deborah, I'm not sure what you mean by your question as to what are how the pride dynamics different compared to with the buff kill at Gowrie Dam. I'm not sure. It's the same pride that took down the buffalo at Gowrie Dam. So different, the same dynamics, same pride, everything would be the same. Not sure what else you're looking for with that question there, Deborah. I'm not sure. Well, it's a bit further than 20 meters. They're right on top there. See.
We're halfway in between where the vehicle is now and the dam.
Oh, that's like 50 meters. From the dam to Abel's over 100 meters. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see him. Oh well, we tried our best and we managed to get some lions this morning, folks. Very, very lucky, hey? Very, very lucky. And we've got about 50